And the next process was to make a GRN. So the storekeeper, the import team, what they used to do is they used to receive these invoices and goods and manually, entering those data in the ERP system. This company was using Info ERP. And ultimately, this GRN team used to send these invoices to the finance team for the further process. So entire procure to pay cycle we have, identified for the automation. Now, automation helps them to scan these invoices automatically and enter those data into the Info ERP. And now, and the next task, what we have done is the bot automatically segregates the queues, create the separate queues, and sends these invoices to the approver based on the different business logics. So that's what we have.
So what are the challenges that you faced while doing this?
So as we have many of the people from the manufacturing organization. So this is one of the cases that the receiving the different invoices in the different formats was the hurdle, and there were around 20 plus different invoice formats. And identifying the invoice number, GST number, amount was the cumbersome task for the employees. So thanks to the automation anyways, IQ bot, what we have done is we have implemented this IQ bot. We have placed all these 15 PDFs and given the command to IQ bot that these are the fields we need to extract from these invoices. And then the beauty of this IQ bot is it learns on its own. Whenever a different format comes in, it identifies where is the invoice number, where is the invoice amount, what is the GST number, yeah, and after that it gives the extract, in the Excel, and the normal RPA bot. We have developed the normal RPA bot which used to get that extracted data and enter the invoices in the accounts payable.
So how many people were doing this process before we?
Yeah, so right from procure to pay, there were 50 people, 50 plus people, involved in this case, in this team, and approx time to create a GRN and invoice was more than 15 minutes. So after deploying this bot, the bot is doing this work in less than 2 minutes.
So 50 people into 15 minutes, into
yeah.
the number of bots.
Right.
So it's almost empowering 50 people to do something more important.
Yeah. So the challenge for us was also, when we went into UAT phase, the response was not quite good, But when they have seen the product is working for them, and the business users have started, seeing the product, they used to like it, and nearly 50 plus people was doing the, quality work after that.
So I'll go to the next use case. Atul, can you tell us something about this organization which is doing insurance? Is there any insurance colleagues here? Insurance industry? Nobody from an insurance industry?
No, we had one.
Okay. Good.
So this insurance company, being a TPA company, it used to receive a third party assurance company. Yeah. So this TPA organization used to receive a lot of claim and registration details from multiple corporates. There are many corporates used to send this data into multiple formats, XML, Excel, PDF, and the team of the TP used to collect all this data, massage those data, and upload those data into their own systems. And now it was very cumbersome and tedious task for the TPA team also. So what we decided to do is, plus when we say massaging the data, there were 30 plus operations the team has to do on each sheet of the Excel.
Okay.
So we decided to implement the RPA bot there, and the RPA bot is now taking care of the transactions.
Okay. So these 30 people saved a lot of grunt work in this organization.
Absolutely. So they start seeing the value after implementing the bot. it was not fully attended, unattended, but there are some processes where manual intervention was also.
I think there was one question here about, so I want you to elaborate on the attended bot and unattended bot. What is an attended bot? What is an unattended bot?
So when we say attended bot, that means your process doesn't involve a manual intervention. It actually gives, it is actually 100% STP, straight through processing. So you have, you should identify processes where, no human being is involved, and we are there to, deploy a bot where all the work will be done by the bot. Yeah. And when we say unattended, that means, straight through processing.
So unattended works on its own, doesn't need supervision.
Absolutely.
I think there was a question about whether if it requires supervision, what will happen. I think we've answered that question here.
Yeah.
So Atul, I just want one more question on how do you do change? Is there any change management challenges that you face while doing
Yeah, actually, if you see, this is the most important aspect in all these implementation. Wherever we have done this implementation, the change management was very critical aspects of it. So when we say, see, we need to educate people that, this is not going to lose your job. This is actually for the productivity, increasing your productivity, and you should focus on the different tasks. You should not focus on the repetitive tasks. The bot is, there to take care of this task. In the cases I discussed, there were 50 plus people were, involved in doing this procure-to-pay cycle. But now they are actually doing the vendor management now. And nearly 50 plus people are now focusing on, managing the supply chain, better supply chain of the organizations. So that was the, the key takeaway from these two implementations.
Thank you.
Thank you.